Bible prophesied that in these last days, we would be in a land of our captivity together. The house of Ephraim and the house of Judah. Not just Judah.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 33.
Bring it out!
Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together.
They were oppressed what?
Together.
They were oppressed together. So here we see, right, you can look at what's happening to the house of Ephraim over there. The Issacharites. Specifically. In Puerto Rico.
Most not having all type of natural disasters.
That's right. You know, over there in the border, they got Issachar over there. They said if you thirsty, drink toilet water. You know what I'm saying? They don't get them no way to shower, none of that. No, nothing they don't know toothbrushes. They can't brush their teeth, they can't do nothing. You know, they got them piled like 100 deep in a room meant for like 20 people. You know, something on the lines of that. You know, so this was a prophecy that would happen to the Israelites. Let me get
Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 33.
Bring it
Thus
out!
saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go.
That's right. So why are we in this condition, right? Because you look at the house of Judah, the so-called blacks of America, and the West Indian blacks, and the Haitians, and you look at the condition that we're in. There's a reason why we're in this condition, right?
Isaiah chapter 1, verse 3.
Bring it out!
The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass is his master's crib. But Israel doeth not know. My people doeth not consider.
My people what?
My people doeth not consider.
Our people won't even consider that they God's chosen people. You understand? We are God's chosen people. Let me get that in Deuteronomy 7 and 6. What is it that we not considering in these last days? You know, we are, and it's evident, we are superior to every other nation on this planet.
That's right.
Physically, spiritually, mentally, everything. We invented everything that's in this wicked kingdom, and they take the credit for it. Understand? Bring that up.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. From the top. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy power. The Lord thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people.
Above who?
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
That's right, man. So this is what Israel's not considering today. They want to be equal with Esau, the white man. They want to be equal with the Arab man. They want to be equal with the Chinese man, the Japanese man. Not knowing that you're a holy people, a set apart people, and you're above these people. You understand? Actually, let me get Jeremiah 17 and 4. Yeah, Jeremiah 17 and 4. So, we God's chosen people, and our people not considering that. We above all people. But it's a consequence for our disobedience. Read that.
It's the book of Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine heritage that I have gave thee.
That's right.
And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies.
Who?
To serve thine enemies.
Read.
In the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever.
That's right. So for our disobedience, we're being punished right now. Let me get that Amos chapter 3. Let me get Amos chapter 3, verse 1, and read to verse 2. Okay? So we discontinue from our heritage. Our people don't know who they are today in these last days. You know, you take 10 so-called black people, put them in a line, you ask them, they hear, hey, what's your nationality? They say, oh, I'm black. Oh, I'm Christian. I'm Muslim. You understand? And you're going to get 10 different answers, except for the truth.
Those aren't even nationalities.
Exactly. It's not even that. Black is nothing but a color and a crayon box.
Right.
So how's that? Where's the land of black if that's where we come from?
That's the first thing they want to tell you is a damn belief system.
That's right.
You know?
That's right. Completely lost.
Something that anybody can be. Oh, I'm a Muslim. I'm a Methodist. I'm Baptist. You know?
That's right.
It's not no damn nationality, man.
Completely lost.
People don't know their ethnicity. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
First thing they think of is, you know, my denomination of my Christian faith.
And then they say African, and then let me touch on this. African American, right? So in Africa, you got over 50 countries. just one people in Africa. So and then that land was conquered by Leo Scipio Africanus. This is why that land is called Africa. And you got Amerigo Vespucci, who took over America. And here you got Africa.
He was a map maker.
He was a map maker, right? Read that.
It's the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 1. Hear this word that the Lord hath spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family, which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, verse 2, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities.
There you go. Just like any father would punish their kids, because we just read that we the chosen people, we God's children. So when we get out of line, He's gonna punish us. And the scripture just said we the only people He even know. He created everybody, but He don't know them. They wicked as hell. You understand? We are the only people who have the same nature as the Most High.
That's right.
You understand?
Isaiah chapter 59 verse 2. But your iniquities have separated between you and your God, and your sins have hid His face from you, that He will not hear you, that He will not hear.
That's right. That's what I said. You understand? So we being punished as a people. Right now, still to this day, we're being punished. We in punishment right now. We in timeout. You understand?
Right.
But it's something that we got to do to get out of this punishment. You understand? And it's been happening all throughout the Bible. You understand? Read that. 5:13.
This is Isaiah chapter 5 verse 13. Therefore my people are gone into captivity, because they have no knowledge, and their honorable men are famished, and their multitude dried up with thirst.
That's right. That's right. So there you go. We go into captivity when that's our punishment. Is we go into captivity because our natural, what we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be in rulership to all these other nations and teach
That's
them
right.
the ways of the Most High. You understand? Otherwise, you're gonna have what's it? Some of their nature. They gonna tell us we need to eat pork. You understand? Or they tell us it's okay to work on the Sabbath. You understand? It's okay to sleep with another man's wife. You understand? So that stuff is glorified, especially amongst so-called blacks. Our moral code is I had sex with his woman. You understand? So that's just
glorified.
It's glorified. It's glorified in this wicked kingdom. When you go out to eat, the very first thing that's on the menu before you even open up the menu is some shrimp. You understand? It's some unclean food that they advertise it to you. You understand?
This is Deuteronomy chapter 38, chapter 28, verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall no might be in thine hand.
No might in thine hand. Let me get Deuteronomy 28:46. So, pretty much, we just read in Jeremiah 17:4 that we will be stripped from our heritage. We would lose knowledge of who we are in these last days. But the Most High is gracious, you understand? Very merciful, because He left us something so that we could find out in these later days who we are. Read that.
I'm going to start from 45.
Sean, bring
This
it
is
out.
Deuteronomy 28:45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to keep His commandments and His statutes, which He commanded thee. Verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and for a sign and a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
There you go. So forever. You understand? We can always go into these curses because we are cursed people.
Right.
You can look at our condition. Pan around, brother. Pan around. We are cursed people. We subjected to living in poverty. You understand?
Always on us too.
That's right. That's
He
right.
was always over us.
That's right. You know, we got the slave patrol always
Slave
looking to
patrol.
hunt us down. They just
Slave patrol.
The brother just, it was a brother sleep in the Taco Bell parking lot. You know, the police claimed he had a pistol on him,
Right.
and they lit him up, 55 shots. As soon as he woke up to 55 shots.
Right.
You understand? And they said it was justified because they claimed he had a gun on him, that they probably planted on him. You understand? So, pretty much, these curses was given to us for a sign. So we could look back on them in these last days to figure out who we are as a people, because our oppressor is going to tell us that we black. You understand? They're going to tell us that we African American. And as long as we keep proclaiming that and believing in that, we're going to stay in ignorance. You understand? Let me get Deuteronomy 28:32. Let me get 32.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 32. So
Read out.
thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long.
Is that not what's happening to the so-called Mexicans at the border? They kids are over there in cages, brother. You understand? They in cages. They got the parents locked up looking at their kids from a glass. You understand? And they look. All them kids are getting sexually abused in there. You understand? By these wicked devils.
And they splitting up the families too.
Yeah.
Like the same way they did, you know what I'm saying, with the transatlantic slave trade.
That's right.
You know, they splitting up the families. Like when you see it on slave movies, what do? They come into the house, you know, they bidding off the slaves to these damn white devils, right? And what they'll do is they won't buy the whole family. Maybe I just want, you know, the young buck right there.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
And then the mom is sitting up there looking like, hey man, at least buy me too, you know what I'm saying, so I can stay with my
Take us
family.
with.
But they like, hell no, we don't want you. Damn, what you talking about? Get your ass on somewhere, man.
That's right,
Right?
man.
Salakia, they sending them parents back to the avocado fields. Like they send us back. They used to send us back to that cotton
Like
field.
back to the cotton field, exactly.
Touching on them babies, man.
That's right, brother. You know. So
But,
actually,
but it's no surprise though, because the Bible tells us who was more profane than Esau, man.
that's right.
Right.
That's Hebrews 12:16. You know, ain't nobody more wicked than the white man.
They send them
It's
back to the
very
cartel
evident.
to force them to work
That's
on
right.
the field.
Right.
That's right.
The cartels that they want to tell you, oh, well, Donald Trump say build a wall to keep all them out. But them same cartels, who giving them the drugs, right? Who know what I'm saying? Who's putting all that in motion? The damn
Right.
white man, man.
When I was in the army, they was giving immigrants from South America their green cards for 4 years that they served, and they were signing up for special forces, signing up for Rangers. They signing up for the best of the best.
Right.
Airborne Ranger, they go back and be Zetas.
Yo, okay. Yeah.
MS-13.
Right.
There you
And that's
go.
another thing, because it's people that work at the border, right? It's a brother that I know that works at the border. Issachar is oppressing their own.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because most the border patrol are Issacharites.
That's right.
You know?
right.
So it's Mexican on Mexican, you know what I'm saying? But
it's
they
Spaniard though.
yeah, it's them too, but it's also, you know, us having the evil eye towards our brother, you know what I'm saying?
Mexicans.
Right,
right.
Mexicoons, exactly.
Mexicans, there you go. There you go. Which actually, let's bring that out. Verse 37. Verse 37.
Deuteronomy 28:37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb and a byword.
And a what?
A proverb and a byword.
Proverb and a byword. What's some of the proverbs that they got against us, right? If you want to hide anything from a nigga, put it in a book. You understand?
That's the oldest one.
Man, but black man moving to the neighborhood, they go to the neighborhood. You understand? What's a byword that they got for us, right? Niggas, coons,
Pickaninnies,
pickaninnies,
porch monkeys,
monkeys,
Jamaican,
Yeah.
African,
Yeah.
Nigerian,
Yeah.
you know, all basically.
Sambo. They got all these
I heard them call Slocky. I heard them call a so-called Native American. They used to call them tree niggas.
Tree niggas, cherry niggas.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, all this, but see, this is a sign for us, because we know, you know, what they saying behind our back, what they saying when they amongst each other. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna call you a nigga in front of your face, because they know the consequences of that.
Yeah.
We got some Bibles like in Nigeria, they call them
Got
Akata.
to
There
yeah.
you go.
Okay.
So it's very evident, you know, these bywords and proverbs that they put on and astonishment. You understand? They love seeing our people, our men, pants to the kneecaps. You understand? Ass all out. You understand? Who want to see that? You understand? Our
And
women.
that's jail culture.
That's
You know
jail.
what I'm
That
saying?
came from jail,
That's
bro.
basically inviting another man to your record.
Exactly. And the lower your pants was, the more available you were.
Right.
You understand? But no, they brought that to our people. You know, even the shoelaces, take the shoelaces out. You understand? And at a time that was, you know, but our women dressed like whores, prostitutes. You understand? That's we got the Cardi B's and the Nicki Minaj's
Right.
over our women as an influence. You understand?
Them as young and made.
Exactly. Bro, they got our little girls, 5, 6 years old, twerking. You understand? And it's going viral and all this. So that's an astonishment. So that curse, I think that curse right there is evident enough. But here, let's get
Deuteronomy 28:37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whether the Lord shall lead thee. Deuteronomy 28:41. Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity.
Did that not happen to the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans?
Still happening right now.
Still happening to this day. You understand? With foster care. You understand? Foster care.
And transracial adoptions, man.
Exactly. Nigga, then, bro, it's a one, I don't know her name, but she, Edomite woman, got a Israelite boy and got him out here in a dress. You understand? And that's mainstream. You understand? And she prays for adopting a little black boy, little so-called black boy.
Like the damn devils, who was that? Brad Pitt. All you want to do is get a whole bunch of so-called, you know what I'm saying, black children.
Adopt all these black children and turn them out.
Turn them homosexual.
Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union.
That's right. That's
Straight
right.
Jakes.
You know, and I was looking at Dwayne Wade. He couldn't even look at his son while he was on
And he trying to act like he with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The police is a damn woman, man.
Exactly. You know, but they all double. They sold out. They all sold out.
The emasculation of the black man.
Yeah.
And that's why, you know what I'm saying, when they pop up in these movies like Chris Tucker and The Fifth Element. You know what I'm saying? Martin, Big Mama's House.
Yeah. Right.
Brothers in Dresses.
Yeah.
You know? And people was talking about this stuff like even before it got to its height. But you know what? Niggas don't want to listen.
Eddie Murphy.
Right.
You know, right.
Tyler Perry.
Exactly.
Then you have people like Will Smith that was in that 6th Degree or
Yeah.
something.
Con.
Even his kids.
Con.
You know,
That's how he
They
got on.
switch roles.
That's his
Yeah.
right
The
man.
girl want to be the boy, and the boy want to be the girl.
And that's just utter madness.
Yeah.
But see, that's a punishment for us that we will fall into that the greatest nation on earth falling into such a low state.
Right.
You understand? Let me get 41. Actually, it's like 44. Give me 44.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 44.
Read.
Verse 44. He shall lead thee. No, he shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
So we already know who the head of Chase Bank is.
Right.
We already know who Mr. Bank of America is.
Right.
You understand? And who lending to us, trapping us in credit card debt. You understand? Even in the school system, they got our people. As soon as they see us in high school, all the colleges come out. Hey, apply for this loan. You know, we'll make sure you get through your first 2 years free. But the next 2 years you owe $60,000.
Right, they're not telling you that you got to pay it back.
Exactly, you gotta, you know, that's a loan. But they mask it as if it's free. You understand? So they lying to our people. So they trapping us like that. But they the head and we was gonna be the tail. They own everything. You understand? All the food, the McDonald's, all that. Our people, our women are forgetting how to cook. You understand?
Yeah.
What's it called? I was just looking at a woman. She pretty much, you know, had like 3 kids. You know, she in McDonald's with it. You know, so it's like
They don't even cook anymore. They all
exactly.
fast food is like in the line and people just always give
Dead
dinner.
GMO.
Exactly. So
It seems like the closer you get away from, like, you know, your grandmother's generation that you go down the line, it's like the women are missing, you know, how to be actual women.
exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Because the more further you go back, they're more modest. You know what I'm saying? They're more in the house.
That's right.
But the further you get away from that, they're what? They out in the street, loud as hell.
Everybody want to be a stripper.
Right. Exactly. That's their the role model set up for them. You understand?
What's that song they got?
Beyonce type
What,
thing.
City Girls?
Yeah.
There's so many of them.
Excuse me, real ass B.
Yeah, City Girl. I knew he was talking about the City Girl.
That's the mentality today, bro.
And they love that, man.
They don't want to listen to no man, just want to be the boss,
Right.
be the ones that calling the shots, don't care about
No
nothing
order.
else, just them. Amazing.
Exactly.
Israel want to be everything but an Israelite.
If it ain't
I'm a
a man,
bad B, I'm a diva.
Right.
You know, I'm a real nigga,
Right.
quote unquote.
Right.
But when you look at what makes up a real nigga, selling poison to your people, having sex with the next man's wife, you know what I'm saying?
right.
What? Gang banging,
leaving your kids,
leaving your kids, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But you want to be a real nigga though, right? That's
woman beater,
Right, exactly. We finna get there. Actually, I'm
a real nigga ain't nothing but a real nigga.
square smoker.
Right,
Damage
let's
in the
bring that
body,
out. Bring
all
out
that.
54. Bring out 54. Let's touch on that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 54 from the top. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye,
The man that is tender and very delicate. At a point in time, our people look at one another as like my brother is tender. You understand? Why would I even want to argue with my brother? You understand?
why would I not want my brother to get money with me?
Exactly.
Like
exactly.
Wall Street.
Exactly. Because look, this is the thing, brother.
Yeah.
What they, because now it's like, hey, what up, nigga? What up, nigga? Or what up, dumbass? You know,
What up, bud?
right, you know, but see, at a point in time, right, even my grandma was telling me, our people was calling each other Doc. What's up, Doc? What's up, Doc? What's up, King? You know, even, what's up, brother? But it's that uplifting that's going to, we got words that downgrade each other, you understand? But our brothers are not tender among us anymore. You understand? We walk by each other, get the mean muggies. You understand?
It's something. I see so many guys calling brothers, they homies. What up, bitch?
Right,
Yeah, I hear that a lot
Like,
too.
hey, bitch. Damn, bro. I'm a grown man.
There was fighting words, you know what I'm saying, at one point in time. You know what I'm
Back in
saying?
the
Now
day.
it's just looked at it, it's just okay. You know?
Exactly. So that's just where you from. Our brothers were tender and delicate among us.
Deuteronomy 28:54. And that, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil towards his brother.
Is that not what's going on in Chicago right now? And not just in Chicago, but everywhere. Our eye is evil towards our brothers. You understand?
We were just talking about it with the border. So East Issachar getting on Issachar. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
The Mexican man on the Mexican man. Matter of fact, you can see that even down the street. What? With the with gang wars, you know what I'm saying? Like what? Latin Kings into it with the MLDs.
Yep.
All y'all Latinos.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
And then you got, you know what I'm saying, the brown on black demographic of it, where it's, you know what I'm saying, the GDs into it with the BDs.
right.
Or the GDs into it with the Latin Kings. The MLD, Spanish Cobras. You know what I'm saying? These all the same people, man.
That's right.
But ain't nobody into it with the white man.
Right,
Ain't
exactly.
nobody looking at the white man's man.
Don't nobody want to go rouse up, you know what I'm saying, and go where they holding the damn KKK meeting.
Right.
Right, exactly.
They're
Man.
scared to do stuff like that.
Right.
Right.
I'd have woke up soon as you saw them two gang leaders, the Kings, told on Chapo,
Yeah.
told on the plug. I'd have been like, what is I'm doing, bro?
Right.
The leader snitching.
Yeah.
This is what I'm.
But they tell you not to snitch.
Right.
This is what I'm representing, though.
So finish that out.
Deuteronomy 28:54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil towards his brother and towards the wife of his bosom.
And through the wife, our men are beating on our women. That's
Right.
like semi-glorified around. You know, it's like, yeah, I just got some top from this. You know,
You're right,
You know,
right, right.
it's like, you know, our women ain't our eyes toward evil towards our women. You understand?
And that's another thing too, man. I don't know what the hell you got going on in your bed, man. Why are you coming out telling me what you got going on with your wife? The type of relationships that you're having with your wife.
Right, man.
I don't want to hear that.
Right.
That ain't for me. That's for you, brother.
Exactly. So
And that's another thing too. You bragging on it as if you never had it before, as if she's not supposed to do what she's doing to you.
Right.
Just
You know what I'm saying?
like what's the word? The women here, I don't know about everywhere else, but they call them thoughts.
Right.
They call them
And
thoughts.
what's that acronym for? These hoes out, them hoes out there.
Yeah.
Right. That hole over there.
Right.
Yeah, that hoe over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey man.
Somebody had to set it out first.
Hey,
Oh yeah.
You know, but
Or
it's
they wanna
glorified.
Or they want to call us BITCH.
Exactly.
And all that.
You know. So
Caesar. I used to hear a word
Yeah,
called
Caesar,
Caesar.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what's that? Why you call it Caesar?
and our women are materialized.
Right.
You understand?
But there is a difference in between, you know what I'm saying, a woman and a bitch.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
Because a woman is in order and a bitch is loud and unruly.
Right.
You know,
That's right.
you can't group them together.
That's right.
Just like you have a nigger, you know, that just want to sit on his ass and not do nothing.
That's right.
And then you have a so-called, you know what I'm saying, African American man, you know what I'm saying, or a Latino man, so-called, right? That gets up, does what he needs to do, you know, take care of his family, so on and so forth, right? But we've turned those negative terms that they put negative connotations on, and we tried to make them as, you know, terms of endearment.
Yeah, something positive.
You know?
That's right. So,
But there's nothing positive about a bitch.
Right.
that's right, brother.
You know?
You want to run from them.
Con.
Exactly,
See it.
because the Bible says what? You know,
But
what
your
is
feet
it?
not into
What's
her
that?
house.
Yeah. It's actually a verse in Sirach that actually says an unruly woman is a bitch.
Yes.
So it gives you the definition for the unruly woman.
I think it's a Timothy.
You know?
Finish that out, bro. Go to the next one.
Okay, come. And towards the remnant of his children, which he shall leave.
That's right. So it's primarily our people that's got the stereotype of fatherless households.
That's right.
You understand? So these are just you know signs that we can identify who we are in these last days, who the Israelites are, who God's chosen people are. Bring out 64, and then we're gonna get to the point about.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from one end of the earth unto the other, even unto the other. Salaki. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which either thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
Even wood and stone. Our people are out here caught up in that Christianity, caught up in that Islam. You understand?
Partner.
Our people, it's all good. Our people caught up in all that. You understand? Primarily our people. You know, the house of Ephraim is caught up in Catholicism. You'll always, if you see somebody from Issachar, you'll always see a chain with the white man hanging on the cross off his neck.
Yeah, he's at the Puerto Rican Day parade. That's all I saw.
Rosary.
White Jesus hanging upside down.
Right, Caesar Borgia.
And then when you show them this, not Jesus Christos. They go crazy over that, man.
That's right. That's right.
They swear that that's the image of Christ, man.
Right, zoom in on that, King.
That's their God right there.
That's their God right there. That's who they go at what is it, mass and all that.
Right.
They
Which is a pedophilic homosexual, man.
That's right. That's right. You know, but this is our people. It was a curse upon us that we would fall into this. You know what I mean? So that's just another sign. And I want to hit this major point. Let me get 68.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68.
Bring it out.
The Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. By the way thereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again.
So we see that what I did. Let me get Exodus 20. Hold that. Exodus 20 and 2. So for our disobedience, the Most High said, if we don't obey, we would go into, because we just left Egypt. We were slaves there. So we just got out of Egypt. And he like, I will bring you into Egypt again. Read that.
God. This is Exodus 20 and 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
So Egypt is the house of bondage. So he said he would bring us to the house of bondage, which is a state, a condition. And it said that we would not see the land of Egypt anymore. That he told us that we would never go there anymore. So I can only imagine they were confused at the time when hearing that we would go into Egypt again on ships, which there was no major body of water separating Israel from Egypt to go from one to another by
To
ship.
walk out of Egypt and then go into Israel.
Exactly, but the Most High is full of all intelligence. If they would have listened, then we wouldn't be in this mess.
That's right.
But that's the thing, though, like, when it comes down to prophecies, right?
Right, prophecy,
it happens
right.
over time. It's
Right.
an order in prophecy.
Right.
Just because the Most High says it's going to happen, you can't say, that doesn't mean it's going to happen tomorrow
Right,
or
yep.
the year after that.
That's
It
right.
takes time,
That's right.
you know?
Wait on it.
That's
But-
right.
Because what happened? Prophesied that we was going to go into captivity. Moses wasn't on no damn slave ship. Not as Moses, anyway.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
He was probably regenerated and was back on the slave ship in another body under another name.
God.
Right? But to the actual Israelites that heard this didn't happen to them.
Right.
You know, they was in that ancient bondage in Egypt that had nothing to do with the slave ship.
That's right. That's right. And so we would go into Egypt again, which is a house of bondage, slavery, and we wouldn't see the physical land of Egypt anymore. Read.
This is Deuteronomy 28:68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
We got that here. Were we not sold on auction blocks to the so-called white man, the damn devil?
That's right.
Oh, I think.
What's all on this?
Yeah, let's get that. I think that's.
Oh, no, he got it right.
We were sold. They were selling our babies. You understand? Selling our women as cattle, merchandise. You understand? I was watching this little documentary. White man came up to her, feeling on her breast, feeling her booty. Completely defiling her. And was like, they put a little ribbon around her wrist to claim her. It's like, okay, I'll buy her. So we will be sold unto who?
Our enemy.
Our enemies. We will be sold to our enemies. The Bible is telling us, based on history, we would know who our enemies are. You understand?
Don't forget they women are.
That's right.
They mistresses used to go up there.
Right, exactly. They used to.
They the same.
Exactly, brother. Exactly. They used to completely violate our men and women and children, and would like purposely take the children away from their mother.
Right. And then another thing with that, right, with the damn white devils, right? They used to, basically, after help, basically, right? You know what I'm saying? We take, certain slaves that they thought was attractive, right? And have sex with them, right? They end up getting caught. They end up having the baby. It comes out black, right? What you think happened to that so-called black man? He got put to death.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
All because the white man's woman wanted to be a damn whore, man.
Can't
Right?
tell about it.
Wanted to have sex with the black man,
That's right.
right?
So
I think that's why Jake liked these white women so much
Well,
now.
yeah, they look
They look at them like a trophy.
They look at them like a
we
trophy.
gonna touch on that.
Well, they look at us like as a trophy. You know what I'm saying? Them gaining us. You know what I'm saying? To actually throw it back in the sister's face. You know what I'm saying? Look, I got your man, right? They don't want to deal with you. They want to deal with me. But then, in another sense, right? What they do is perpetuate. You know what I'm saying? Us being against our own. The Bible say, drink of our own cistern, right? Be with our own damn people, right?
That's right.
Instead, what we want to do, we want to go be with everybody else.
That's
right.
You know, if it's a black family, if I just move to this neighborhood, right, and it's a black family on the right side of the street, and a white family on the left side of the street, most niggas would be like, man, I want to be over there with them. You know what I'm saying?
They think white boy got all the drugs
Right.
and weed for him. Yeah.
You know, they feel like, that's what I wanted to say. They feel like being on par with Esau is success in this society.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. When the Bible tells us not to envy the ways of our oppressor.
God.
That's Proverbs 3:31.
God. Can't be after our oppressor and choose none of his ways.
Choose none of his ways, but what Jake want to do?
All his ways.
All his ways. Wear the skinny jeans and get they want to get all the face piercings. I see that through Edomite custom. You understand?
Well, except the nose piercing.
The nose piercing, like show
The
them.
tattoos is from them
Right,
bikers.
yeah.
That's
right.
right.
They actually used to brand slaves with tattoos.
Exactly.
To let you know you were a slave.
Exactly.
Fine.
Now let us check out the board. You see yourself on
See
this
yourself
side?
on his system. African American, Jamaican. What they call it? Like you got an ID, don't you? You don't got an ID. You believe in God's system? Yes, no, maybe, a little bit.
Keep checking it out. Watch it
Yeah,
we finish out 68?
It's Deuteronomy 28:68.
Bring it out.
The Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. And there shalt thou be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
That word buy is redeemed in the Hebrew. So we will be in this condition. We will be sold unto our enemies, and no man will buy us. Malcolm X tried, Martin Luther King tried, Marcus Garvey tried, and a whole list of people tried to redeem us out of this captivity, but it failed miserably because it wasn't grounded in the law, statutes, and commandments of the Bible. Let me get
The book of Revelation, chapter 11, verse 8.
Look it out.
From the top. And there Dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt,
There you go.
where also our Lord was crucified.
That's right. So when you look on the back of the dollar bill, you see that pyramid, letting you know that the place we in right now is what that verse is telling you about. You understand? This is Sodom and Gomorrah, Sodom and Egypt spiritually. You understand? It's the same customs. You understand? They just made homosexual. You can marry a man. A man can marry a man legally.
See what I mean? Hey, get that out.
That's what she is.
That's just bugged out of damn.
Bugged out. You know, she saw the power of the Most High. And when 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, the most Hawashami said, there he is in the midst of it. You understand? So the power was too much for the sister. Bugged out her mind. You know, let me get Luke 167. Because the Most High told us who our enemies was, but he did something for us, right? He did something for us. Bring it out. Just don't let the Bible speak. Bring that up.
Chapter 1, verse 67. And his father Zacharias was filled with the Holy Spirit and prophesied, saying, verse 68, blessed be the Lord power of Israel. Who? The Lord power of Israel.
The power of Israel. The Christian church says he's the power, he's the God of everybody. You understand? Read.
For he hath visited and redeemed his people.
He visited and redeemed his people. That is a possessive thing.
Right.
You understand? His people. He didn't do it for everybody.
Yeah.
He didn't redeem everybody. Read.
Verse 69. And have raised up a horn of salvation for us.
He raised up a horn of salvation. That is Hawashami Hamashiach. That's the horn who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ.
In the house of his servant David.
The lineage of David. David came from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We see that all throughout the Bible. Even the genealogy of Hamashiach from Matthew 1:1. It goes through Abraham all the way down to Yahushua. And it goes from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob to David to Yahushua. So that's the house of David right there. Bring it. That's it.
Okay, come on. Verse 7. And he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began.
That's right.
Verse 71. That we should be saved from our enemies.
Saved from who?
Saved from our enemies.
Saved from our enemies, and who else?
And from the hand of all that hate us.
So here we are. Deuteronomy 28:68 told us who our enemies will be.
Right.
Luke 171? Yeah. Luke 171 just told us that Yahushua was sent to save us from our enemies. You understand?
And this is the definition for salvation. This is salvation. That's what salvation is. Being saved out of the hand of your enemies.
That's right.
And the people that hate you.
That's right. Let me get Psalms 83. Gotta bring that, you know. Everything just falls in place with the Bible. The Bible, when you go precept upon precept, it's very clear of what's going on. You understand? Read that. 83, start at 4,
Start at 2. This is Psalms 83 and 2. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. Verse 3, they have taken crafty counsel.
They've taken crafty counsel. So all these other nations are in cahoots with each other against the children of Israel. You understand? They all are in cahoots with each other. The white man, the Arab, we don't go into that. Right. Read on.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones.
Consulted against thy hidden ones. Read.
Verse 5. No, verse 4. They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation.
Cut them off from what?
From being a nation.
Is that not what happened? They cut us off from being a nation. We don't know who we are. We don't know that we the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans as the Bible talk about.
That's right.
They took Judah from us and gave us African Americans.
That's right.
They took Benjamin from us and gave us what? West Indian.
That's right.
They took Levi from the Haitian and gave him Haitian.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
And so on and so forth, all the way down the chart, man.
You know? So they separated us from knowing who we are. You understand? They gave us all these bywords. These bywords, because Ephraim, they got named the Puerto Ricans from being attacked on what they call the Puerto Riches.
Puerto Riches, come.
You understand? So that's how that's where all that comes from. You know, that's what the white man. I want to find it. I want to find out.
And you know what the crazy thing is, right? I was reading Job probably like a month ago, right? And you know, he had an Edomite friend named Eliphaz, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. He's one of the sons of Edom, right? If you look up his name is My God is Gold. What did they do when they went over to Puerto Rico, right? They took so much gold from Puerto Rico that what? They had to throw half of it overboard because it was sinking the damn ships, man.
That's right. That's right. That's
I
right.
eat Pirates of the Caribbean.
Right. There you go. Is that it on that?
No. This is Psalms 83 and 5. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee. You understand? They against you, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. But you on a battlefield thinking it's a playground. You know what I'm saying? You're on a battleground thinking it's a playground. There you go. So that's just what's happening. Our people don't understand that the other nations have taken crafty counsel against us and have waged war against us. You understand? Going over to another land and attacking the people and bringing them into slavery is an act of war.
Right.
You understand? But here we are being buddy with the white man.
Right, when another nation does it too. Not
Right.
your own.
If it's an in-house problem, that's a difference.
Right.
You know, if me and my brother get into a fight, we gotta duke it out
Amongst ourselves.
Amongst ourselves. We don't need help from everybody else to settle an in-house issue.
How wicked they are. They know our economy in the hood. These Arabs and these Chinese taking all our economy.
That's right.
So they got the army for us, so they can have us do what they did to us
Right.
to somebody else.
That's
It's an in-house joke.
That's
man.
right. Let's sit on that.
It's a joke.
Verse 6. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites
The white man and the Arabs, read.
of Moab
The
and
Chinese.
and the Hagarenes.
What was that, African?
Yeah, because Hagar was like a Hamite.
Right.
Verse 7, Gebal and Ammon
Read.
and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Just like when the brother walked up here and said, we can't be from Africa because the Africa so that, but like, no, brother.
Right.
Everybody in Africa is not the same
That's
person.
right. That
You
is
got
right.
Hamites, you got Shemites, you got Japhites, you know what I'm saying, all in the same region.
That's right. That's right.
They don't even refer to themselves as a continent.
Right.
I know I got so many Nigerians. My aunties married and had kids back in Nigeria. Two of my aunties. They don't call themselves African. They even be beefing with some of the other tribes, but here they just gotta like you got saved because we in America, but you are out though. We go back to that homeland, I'm shooting you dark shit with kids.
You standing next to it, so so-called Nigerian right now.
Real. Hey, look.
I'm gonna hear for yourself.
Bring it out! I said so-called. But you know what though? But the reason why I brought that out was right. You got Israelite foreigners, right? We know that both of us came over into America, but if you go to Isaiah 11:11, it tells you what? That it's a remnant of our people that are over there in those lands, right? So it can't just be all, America, or it all just can't be Africa. Like some brothers and sisters try to make it, man.
They spread it out everywhere.
Right, throughout the four corners.
That's right.
And people like to say dumb stuff like, oh, only Judah was took and scattered around. Like, nah, man.
right.
When you see that word Judah, that can go for all three of the southern kingdom, tribes of the southern kingdom,
Yep,
Judah,
exactly.
Benjamin, and Levi. And the
right.
same thing happened to the northern kingdom. And I don't know why people don't go into the history. 1492 happened before 1619. So guess what? The so-called Latino man went on slave ships before your black ass.
That's right.